Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm. This will be the first week where you guys get to pick who I will be playing. Now looking at the polls, we have a three-way tie between Genji, Abathur, and Thrall. I'm pretty sure that only 3 of you guys voted, so let's pick that up a little bit, guys. Go ahead. I'm gonna actually put the poll starting like right off the bat. So if you guys click up in the top right corner, there's a little eye, and that is where you guys can vote for next week's character. So make sure you go ahead and do that right off the bat. Now, because we have a three-way tie, one of those being Abathur, and we also had someone who I'm assuming this is the same person who voted for Abathur, specifically asked in the comments if we could play some Abathur because he's been playing some recently and would like a few tips and tricks. We'll be playing some Abathur today. It's time to break out the slug bug. Alright, here we are finding ourselves on the Cursed Hollow today. The friendly team actually pretty good for us, consisting of Abathur, Chromie, and Probius, which is kind of meh. But then we have the Butcher and Varian right off the bat. 2 awesome top hat targets, both being able to get quite a bit of benefit from attack speed and just having extra damage when they dive in deep, especially the Butcher. Enemy team looking at Genji, Vala, Tyrande, Sonya, and a Butcher. Pretty like light. It's gonna be pretty easy for the Butcher to jump in there and get some good work done, especially with our help. So normally when I play Abathur, I should have gone bottom. Normally when I play Abathur, I do like to play a little more of a split push type Abathur, but this time we're gonna do a little bit of a mix. Split pushing I think is still gonna be the better option here, just because this map is so huge. So we can just kind of put like our locusts, you know, way down here, or even later our monstrosity far down. But because we have the Butcher and Varian, we are going to go a little bit more for the ally buffing type of builds. We'll stay up here and we'll try and help Probius as much as we can. Just poking. As our chat did mention, they don't have a support, or we don't have a support. However, you can kind of count Abathur as a support to an extent, so I did go for the healing build here. So I can basically jump on people like Varian, and I can just cap him off real quick. And there we go. Now he's all ready to go. Jump back up top here. Oh, and help our Probius if we can. He was able to get out of there just in time, so we can go ahead and pop a shield on him, help him regen a little bit faster. He is going up 1 against 2, essentially up here in the top lane, since I'll be bouncing around and won't constantly be up here. Ouch! The bird found me. So we'll just go ahead and move there for a second. Make sure we take a look at our team real quick. Varian could use a shield, so we'll just sit on him. The big thing about Abathur, and it's one of the reasons I really think he's a great character to learn, is because he forces you to be more aware of your map than you normally would be. So if you're somebody like me who struggles with map awareness, just looking at their mini-map, seeing what's going on, you play Abathur. Like, he's such a great character for that, because like 90% of his gameplay is based on the minimap. Just bouncing around, seeing what your teammate's up to, seeing where you can help and when. See if we can get some free damage off on this guy. Help him clear that wave, and then we will bounce on out. Ooh! I'm here to help. Here you go. I'll heal you up. So let's see, at level 4, normally I would go for the sustained carapace so I can heal people up, basically without having to actually be on them. But I think because of our team comp, especially with the Butcher, we're going to go ahead and take the attack speed when I hat somebody. So as long as Symbiote is on a target, their attack speed will be increased by 25%, which is great specifically for the Butcher. Jump on Varian here. Probius. Oh, just barely getting away. No, I didn't expect him to charge there. Either way, though, we can have some pretty decent damage going out. Got a new shield for him here. And that should be... Oh, I missed it, but it's not going to matter. So I'm going to jump off and then try and get back on Varian as quick as I can here. Not going to be able to do such a thing. So we'll jump on the Butcher instead. Try and help him out while we're here. Wait for that stun to land to make sure that we get that. Oh, I need to move out to make sure that we land our skills very easily. Now, body soaking with Abathur, this is something I'm not great at yet. I'm still learning. But anytime when the enemy team's going to be super distracted, you just want to be sitting in a lane, soaking up what XP you can, sitting in other lanes with your hat, soaking up more XP, as long as your team doesn't need you. The key is to not ignore your team. So we'll go ahead and we'll heal up Chromie here a little bit. And now that the tribute is over, yep, we do need to go ahead and back off because Butcher's here. As soon as a Locust comes out of this bush, he's going to know exactly where we are.
Choose a talent.
At level 7, we are going to go for... We're going to go for the increased stab damage and range so that we can help our Butcher just be buffed a little bit more. Going to keep putting these in here just in hopes that they're going to step in and take a little damage from them. I'm not going to mine build, so I'm really not expecting a lot of damage to come out, but... That's alright, we'll go ahead and shield this up for a second. We can make them back up. I'm going to be ready to jump on Varian here. We do have another tribute coming up. And I guess we can get some free poke on here, but of course being Tyrannus, you'll be able to simply heal that back up. If anything, we can waste a little bit of mana. So I'm going to hop down here, let my team know. Do my best not to show, and then we're going to put our eyes right here on the tribute, helping our Butcher out. If I can, put a few mines here, keep that lane pushing, and let... Oh, there it is! Awesome, this is going very well. Don't think I'm going to be able to jump off in time. I am. Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on Probius just to get him some heals going, since we don't really need to be on anyone else at the moment. Ooh, okay, Varian should have that, but I am going to jump in just to make sure. There we go. Easy kill. Alright, we'll go ahead and soak this lane a little bit, because I think we have pretty decent control up here at the tribute. No, we've got decent control. I thought we were going to be wrong, but with Chromie coming in with that Deadeye hit, we're going to be more than just fine to take this tribute, and that is 2 for the friendly team. Oh, wrong target.
That was rather violent.
Oh, I don't have a shield ready for you. Don't have a shield. Oh, that Chromie save, though. Look at that. Varian might be in trouble now. I'm going to let him know I'm on my way. Of course, it's a little late, but we can still give him some heals. I will go ahead and take the monstrosity here. And it is once again time for us to back up. This Butcher, like, always knows where we're at. What's with that? Let's go ahead and jump up here. So, monstrosity, for the longest time, has been seen as just one of the just worst ultimates. Maybe not in the game, but definitely not. Most Abathurs don't take a monstrosity. They don't think he's good enough. He's too passive, blah, 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 blah. The thing is, though, I wish I had saved a video of it. I was playing against an Abathur the other day, and we let him just heal up as much as he wanted. Or not heal up, but let his monstrosity stack up as much as he wanted. And that thing, like, when it was fully powered, it would just come in, and it like 3-shot me. And I'm not kidding. Now, I was playing Avala, so let's be fair there. But it was insane how much damage that thing will do if you just babysit it. Speaking of which, we need to go ahead and... I guess we'll just put him here. I want to keep him as far away from the action as possible. Go ahead and soak down here. Since our team, once again, does have control of the friendly... Not friendly, soon-to-be friendly tribute. And with this curse, our monstrosity should get powered up pretty damn quick. Now, it's worth noting, too, we did go for the heal shield at level 1, so that means we can kind of babysit our monstrosity a little bit more. He can't benefit from, you know, health globes or fountains or anything like that. So it's important that we keep him in tip-top shape. Speaking of which, we need him to back up. And I'm actually going to take him this way. Hey, Varian coming in, cool. Look at this damage. Like, I know it's not insane and I had a Varian helping me, but that was like, I was slightly stacked up there. I probably had like maybe a fifth of my potential power. Monstrosity is great, guys. That's all I'm saying. And if nothing else, it forces the hand of an enemy team. So when there's objectives going, if we put a monstrosity in an off lane, it just puts extra pressure for them. So at level 13, we are going to go for the Soma Transference so that we can go ahead and heal our friendly team members when we hit enemies. Again, that's going to be great for the Butcher because he's going to be diving in, doing as much damage as he can, going straight to the middle of the team. And then that's going to allow us just to give him a little extra sustain. Same thing for Varian. He's going to charge in and do a lot of damage right into the middle of everybody, where my Spike Burst should be able to hit quite a few different people at one time. I could switch to Varian here, but I'm sure he's going to go back anyways. If he doesn't, I'll switch to him. Okay, it doesn't look like he's going to, so we'll get a hat on him real quick. Get him regenning. Of course, trying to keep an eye on my minimap. We can see most of them down in the bottom lane here, which it looks like Probius is going to be fine. Chromie did go down, but I'm sure they just got rotated on. We did get 3 enemy structures here, which is great. It's going to give us a wonderful advantage, as well as having our boss, of course, pushing down the top lane. That being said, I'm going to come down here, and we're going to start soaking up. Always trying to put myself at least a little bit in the back when I'm soaking, just because that way my minion will last a little bit longer, so we don't have to try and recast to soak more of this XP down here. Do want to keep an eye on the top lane. Since they're defending the boss there, it is possible that they'll come down the lane and end up finding me in the bush there. I'm not doing much soaking at the moment with my body, but I'm staying safe, really. I tend to only soak when I know it's safe, so when there's a tribute going on, as an example in this map. We will be hitting level 16 pretty soon, which is great. Our monstrosity is back up. Can we do a whole lot about this? We don't really have the right build to be defending this too well. We'll try and lay down a few more mines if we can. If we had gone for the shield network, is that what it's called? Networked carapace, that would go a little bit easier for us. But since we didn't, we can't shield our entire wave at one time, which makes things a wee bit hard when it comes to defending against these mercenaries. Now, let's be honest, they're not going to get past our towers. They might get this one.
Shall we see who gathers,
but we are going to take some significant damage if our friendly team doesn't come to deal with it, which they are at this exact moment, so I'm not worried. Okay, I'm going to pop those down. Since we got a nice wave, I'll put this guy here, let him start soaking. The enemy team is going to be forced up to the top lane, so I'm putting my pressure in the bottom lane. Slappity slapping this wall. Probably should keep moving. They probably can see me here, and they might decide not to go for the tribute. I'm going to go for the volatile mutation. This just makes my monstrosity be able to, oh, there we go, be able to push lanes a little bit easier, a little more passively, and honestly just increases his damage by quite a significant amount. I'm going to go ahead and heal up. Oh, our butcher there. If we can get another spike blast off, we're in good shape. We can give him a quick shield. There's a spike blast, get some health back. Oh, I missed that. I missed it, and I think it got him killed. Maybe. That Genji probably had him anyways, but it feels bad, man. So now that this is over, I'm just going to put a lot of pressure up here. I'm going to take these buildings down as fast as I can, and I'm going to try and do a little bit of babysitting, because it's likely that they're rotating down here. If they don't, they are going to lose. There they are. They're going to lose there. Oh, hello. Are you fighting me? Because I'm pretty sure I can even out damage you, Sonya. Yeah, I'm going to lose the Monstro for it, but still worth it. Look at that, and you guys have seen how just incredibly tanky a Sonya can be when she's spinning on you. And again, that wasn't even a fully, babysat monstrosity. That was just a wee little guy. Tribute coming up once again if I'm in range, which it doesn't look like I am, unfortunate. I was going to put some mines there, but I guess we'll just... Where's my range? Here it is. Okay, well, let's just throw a few mines here. Varian's going up for the butcher, so I'll go ahead and help him put some extra pressure on this. You're not going in? Okay, that's fine. We coulda, but that's you don't have to. Don't feel that pressure. Can I hat this? I can. Look at that. Learning things all the time. Again, I'm a little afraid to move out at the moment just because there's no tribute going on. So there's nothing to distract the enemy team from hunting me down. We want to make sure we avoid that for as long as we can. The Genji specifically, he's going to be mobile enough that if he catches us, he can jump in and out of turrets and do a significant amount of damage very quickly, especially to a stationary target. So just playing real safe at the moment. Basically we're just waiting it out. Aw, she's going to see all my mines. Don't touch my mines. So we're doing a little more split pushing than I intended to. Of course, I built specifically for the Butcher and Varian. But you can see we're still doing a significant amount of damage when we go in. And honestly, our team's doing fine by themselves. That's okay. Just go for it, man. No, you should have just gone for it. I was helping you. So, because our team is doing such a good job, we're basically just free to kind of go for it. Do whatever we want. They don't necessarily need us in every team fight that there ever is. Now, if we were losing team fights, that would be a very different case. So again, I'm going to try to babysit just a little bit here. Let's just go ahead and heal him up while we're waiting for... I was going to say while we're waiting for the tribute, but I guess that's already over, huh? So once again, they're probably rotating for the Monstro. I'm waiting to see him on the map before I maybe jump up here to try and body soak a little bit. There they are. They're on him now. Oh no! There he goes again. See, but even though we're not getting a whole lot of use out of the monstrosity, we're forcing their hand. That's kind of the biggest thing, in my opinion, right now. Our team was doing boss, so we forced them to have to make a choice to either, you know, they can't do their boss, they can't defend our boss, because they have to go up and deal with the monstrosity. Speaking of which, though, I'm here. If you want to go on that, I'm ready, man. Let's do this. Sonya's in the bottom lane, mid lane, sorry. Jump on her, get her. Here's a shield for you. There's a bunch of damage going out. Oh, that extra attack speed on the Butcher is just so good. Let's go ahead and do our best to clear this out real quick. Alright, so right now it's a little harder. I was going to move up here to soak, but they have to pretty much have to defend against the boss, which means we're going to get a free... You know what? I have this. They can focus on that. It's a safe enough situation at the moment that I can come out here and grab it while they focus on boss, because we know the enemy team has to be up there dealing with the boss we got prior to this. So there's that. Grab that globe for no damn reason. Alright, now they're going to have to fight in the bottom lane, so as soon as my monstrosity's back up, I'm going to pressure this top lane if I can. Vala's going to get that cleared out before I can, unfortunately. Wait for her to leave. So we'll just put our monster up here. I'm going to get Hive Mind, since our Varian and Butcher are often... Ah, that was a little late there. Since they're often going to be grouped together, we can get some extra damage out of that. I'm on my way to the Butcher. Heal him up a little bit. Unfortunately, we were kind of split there, and honestly, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to our team. Simply because they haven't needed me to babysit them, which has been wonderful indeed. Get him! Yeah, right there. That's perfect. Boop.
Good kill. Well done.
We can, honestly, Butcher, you might be okay. Not quite. But we did get a keep in the top lane. I am going to pick up my monstrosity, and I am going to pull him right back because we know they're coming for him. We're going to get that middle lane too, though. You want to fight me? Because, like, I will 100% do this. I missed that. Like an idiot. But that's going to be a dead Vala. Okay, and keep in mind, I am at 10. 10 stacks out of freaking 40. 45? I don't know. 10 stacks out of, like, a lot more than 10 stacks. It's beautiful. That's what it is. So just applying pressure wherever I can at the moment. Kind of waiting for the next cycle. Our team did wipe pretty hard there. But of course we got rid of every last of the enemy's keeps. Which means we have pressure in all lanes. I honestly don't really need to even be soaking that much anymore. Like, we're over level 20. There's not a whole lot more I can do. Other than, of course, you know, every time you level up you do get minuscule buffs to your damage and health. But nothing that's going to change a game more than likely. So really I'm just trying to keep these lanes pushed. Just giving as much pressure as I can. Go ahead and weaken this wave. Try and get these catapults in here. Actually, our team is fighting here, so I'm going to try and jump in on the Varian. Oh, there he is. Okay, there you go. Use that spike to heal him from everyone around him. Try and get rid of this Genji as fast as we can. And that is going to be a quad kill. That should be GG. Hopefully our team is going to know to just go ahead and go in and just take these guys down. This should very easily be the end of the game. I'm going to wait and switch over to the Butcher, since he's going to have the higher attack damage right now. And he's going to benefit the most from... Oh, you're going to be able to get that? Not quite. He's going to be able to benefit the most on this core damage, and of course Varian's going to get some with our little mini hat as well. I don't think he actually gets the attack damage, but we're going to be able to do extra damage with him is what I'm getting at. And that is going to be a GG. And that was like the perfect Abathur match. Oh, that felt so good. I love Abathur. I don't know. Like, I always want to play him in competitive, but people just hate him so much. But in the right team comp, he can really make a huge difference. As you can see there, we absolutely skyrocketed our Butcher's capability to take people down. And of course, having all the extra pressure in the other lanes is just great to pull against your enemy team, to make them always be worrying about what the Abathur is doing. So there you have it, guys. That was our first Abathur match of Heroes 2.0. Once again, make sure you guys click in the top right corner. There's a little eye icon up there that you can click to cast your votes for next week. Make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Polls will be open until like Monday. Monday night is when I'm recording this, so until next Monday night. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at stats before we dip out of here. You know what's amazing? Oh, Abathur finally gets recognition. Hey, I was alive for 100% of that match. More than my average of 90. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was 97% like dead. It's like, jeez. But no, Abathur actually gets, look at this. He has a role. He can do healing, and it calculates it now. So look at this. People think Abathur isn't a support. And he's not. Like, by no means is he going to out-heal a Malfurion or anything like that. But look at this. Compared to Tyrande, who has a direct, like, healing spell, she is like a pseudo-support, pseudo-healer. We did almost exactly as much healing as she did. Just by being on our, on our friends. Being the top hat. Giving them that regen globe. I love Abathur. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a comment and a rating down below. Once again, don't forget to vote for next week, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!